Discord link to copy and paste into it. But if you click on that image, the banner, it should still work. Let me know if that doesn't work. I can send you the link probably after stream. Okay, I want to get this talking point out of the way before I want to get back on track on Resident Evil. But first, we have an unfortunate thing. Can I close this? We have You're in. Sweet. Just do your role and stuff like that. All right, so I want to get back on track with Resident Evil 4 because I love that game and we're having a fantastic time. This is streak number 2 onto the schedule. I won't be streaming every day, but this is pretty good. Twice in 1 month. Last 2 months. The last time I went live outside of yesterday, 2 days ago, was 2 months ago. So twice in the same month is kind of a W, and we'll take those if we can get them. We have a bit of a sad situation today to talk about. And this is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart a little bit, is we have a big titan in the manga industry. You know, if you guys don't know, I mean, if you're watching me or you're on this, if this is landed in your algorithm or something like that, there's manga and there's anime. You know, animes are made from manga. You know, manga is the source material, etc. And from there is a manga artist that are behind it. There's a big team behind it and everything, like storyboards, writing, drawing, etc. It's a lot of fucking work to get these in. What's one of the worst things that's ever hit the artist market? AI. Now, without a doubt, you've probably seen generated AI absolutely everywhere. It's in games, it's in media, it's on your Instagram feeds, it's on advertisements, and people don't think that they can tell that they've written an email in AI, but they can. It's those damn dashes, and it's not X, it's X. You know, it's all those things. And unfortunately, one of the goats, the absolute goats of the manga industry, has succumbed to the pressure of using AI. Maybe not to the pressure exactly, but they have decided to use, or they have almost openly, not exactly used it, but they've openly endorsed and encouraged the use of AI. And that is Inio Asano. Inio Asano. Inio Asano is a legendary, obsessed mangaka artist and creator. And he made Oyasumi Punpun, or Goodnight Punpun. It's actually, I have it right here. The GOAT, unfortunately, has said something really interesting, and he's leaning towards, you know, his attitude towards using generative AI to have some kind of influence on writing manga or something in the industry. You know, something that's you know, they always say AI has a place and stuff like that in certain aspects, but not in art, man. AI art, we can immediately tell we have a knee-jerk reaction to all this to AI art or AI, like, you know, audio or videos. And unfortunately, it has plagued one of the goats of anime and manga. Sorry, one of the goats of mangas artists, and one of the most, you know, thought-provoking and honestly impactful stories ever. Good night, Punpun. And it does pain me to say. We'll read a bit about what he said, but I'll just put that up here. We'll read a bit about what he said, and maybe like there's something that's there. But I think this is an overall commentary. I don't know if this is reflective of, actually, you know what? There's no way that he thinks that, you know, the art shit or whatever AI should be leaned on. I think it's actually a deeper thing, and it might be just the culture of manga, work standards, and the lifestyle that these incredible artists live. And it's not all that great, but we'll read it through. Okay. So it says, that's working. Headline reads, "Good night, Asumi Punpun, creative Inio excuse me, Asano says the manga scene's attitude towards AI is one of the reasons he put Mujina into the deep on hiatus. I don't read this. I don't follow that series. It's just one of the series that he's working on, obviously. So we'll read it a little bit. Manga artist, creator, and Dead to Demons, which is really cool. Very great anime, successful right now. Interesting. DDD. Omega Shine Talk Show hosted. Asano talked about the Unreal Engine technique for creating his manga and touched on why Mujina Into the Deep is in hiatus, as well as the use of generative AI in the manga scene in general. And now it's like, it maybe this interviewer probably looked at it and was just like, dude, it'd be cool to get one of the ghosts to kind of weigh in on this aspect. So let's see what he says. I won't read the whole thing, but one of the weirdest things that, one of the weirdest, but also one of the absolute undisputed things that are very cool about this one is that he leans in and creates like backgrounds or stories or premises in Unreal Engine 3. This is weird. It's a lot of fucking work, but look, he's made some great stuff with it, but he makes stuff. And this is a post from X, the Everything app. And it's literally, it's an Unreal Engine. He's created this background kind of in there, kind of detailing a world that he wants to create to influence a storyboard, his direction, his art, or something. And so that 90%, like, and it says in the article here that over 90% of the backgrounds in Mujina in the Deep were made by the manga artist himself using Unreal Engine and Blender. And while he uses paid assets when he can, he also models his own when needed. Brother, like, this is next level artistry. Like, this is his technique. And look, it seems painfully inefficient, but he creates some crazy backgrounds, you know? And it kind of hurts me a bit. So this is the interesting thing. Asked whether or not whether utilizing AI could help with the streamlining the process of modeling and placing all the individual assets on such a vast open world, Asano explains that it's definitely possible, but there's a very difficult problem of what extent you can use AI to. I think we all agree on this. Like, okay, cool. Let's see what he's cooking. Let's see what he cooks. Right now, publishers are not in a position where they can overtly say that they allow AI use. Asano comments, it's a strange situation. You're not allowed to use it precisely because you're a professional. He explains that there are several reasons why Mujina in the Deep was put on hiatus until 2027. The manga scene's current attitude towards AI is one of them. So he pretty much says, and I think he pretty much says, because I am so well established and I'm, an artist into the medium and all that stuff, I cannot use AI because if anyone discovers or if I have to disclose it when I use AI, my reputation will be destroyed. And we're not allowed, or not even that, it's just not allowed from the big publishers. Don't use AI. But he's saying that, like, that attitude in itself is bad. He goes on to say, in the current state of things, manga are not allowed to use AI, but using AI actually drives up the quality by a mile. Huh? So doesn't mean it would be best to not draw. So doesn't that mean it would be best not draw a manga? Oh my god, dude. So doesn't that mean it would be best to not draw the manga now? Maybe they suddenly lift the ban on AI next year, so it might be better to start drawing after that happens. I'm currently on standby in that sense. Asano says, though he didn't elaborate it on if or what extent he hypothetically plans to use AI, he said that using it could significantly speed up the modeling process. As a side note, Asano says that while he doesn't find any particular inspiration for his stories in other forms of media, he is passionate about video games. Apparently, all of his work after Dead to Demons, including Mujina Into the Deep, is heavily inspired by the GTA franchise. As he explains, he creates all of his stories, create an open world for them first. And that's the end of the article, man. Oh my god, look at these. Okay, so what do we think about this? So what I think, look, am I saying that Asano has lost the sauce, man? Like he's hit artistic bankruptcy, so to speak, that he wants to rely on AI in parts of that? No, I don't think so. His ideas are his ideas. His manga is all of his mangas and his works are really high selling for a reason. It's his brain. I think he's saying that using AI would help lighten the workload and would help, I guess, his creative process in it. But AI as a generative tool is, I don't think it doesn't have a place in real art, man. Everyone can tell when a thumbnail is AI generated, a advertisement, a banner or something is completely AI used or heavily leaned into it. Dude, you can even tell if someone's written an email reply to you completely in AI. As an example, to tell you how prevalent, or sorry, how obvious it is that someone uses AI in one way or another. In my job, I work in healthcare. I'm privileged to say that I do, and I work in healthcare, and I advocate for my patients that I do work with. I did a report saying that, hey, this person's injury is related to this X, Y, and Z. This guy probably needs this amount of equipment. Here it is, and it's related to it, and he needs this to recover. There's an expiration date eventually that he doesn't need it anymore, but it would help him go a long way. I get a reply from a case manager, from a big ass insurance company or something, and I can immediately clock that this lady has used AI to write the email. So because it's all the damn dashes, she's probably 45 and doesn't really know how people can pick up on that stuff. All the dashes in that email. It's not X, it's this. Crazy amounts of jargon, which I know that she's not qualified to use. She was using crazy amounts of medical jargon. This person is an admin person. Okay, no qualifications, nothing. And she starts, and then in the email it says this report outlines this. I'm like, dude, this is not how a regular human speaks. So what did I do? I call her. I give her a call, and I wasn't going to call her out on anything, but I was just gonna say, hey, I got your email. Can you elaborate a little bit on this? Dude, silence. She couldn't even recite what she wrote in the email without pulling it up. And I was like, can you just elaborate a bit more? It's hard to see how this isn't related. Can you just give me a bit more here? Like, oh, and then I advocated and we got the funding. Dude, I'm afraid that Asano might lean too far forward into this AI generative stuff, and some of the great things that he would have created will get muddled by it. Sure, it might help the process, but I think a lot of that human efforts and emotion will be lost into it. And that's why it's one of the GOATs has unfortunately done this, and it's hard. And knowing he has this stance on AI, his ongoing manga Mujuna Into the Deep, it's kind of hard to pick up that next chapter, and you just don't know if he has this view on AI, who's to say that he's unofficially or dishonestly used AI to make the next chapter. We don't know. I think I have another point. Look, I don't condemn him completely. I still love his work. I love Goodnight Punpun. And I think I still love his ideas as a creator, but I think it paints a picture about how incredibly toxic the mangaka anime industry is. Everyone knows, and I think it's kind of undergone how Mappa, Kyoto Annie, or whatever, the working conditions and the lifestyle that these manga artists lead, not great, man. 18-hour days, deadlines upon deadlines, having to create something and pull multiple all-nighters just to meet a deadline, just to do it all over again. And the lifestyle is horrible. And if you don't have a really crazy successful life in adaptations and stuff, you don't even make that much. We have professional manga artists in Japan. You make equivalent to $30,000 a year for more than 40 hours of work. So I think him leaning into AI a bit more it paints a bigger picture about maybe the anime industry, the anime manga entertainment industry needs a little bit of more of an overhaul, with deadlines, with pressure, and all of that. And I think being one of the goats here is maybe he succumbed a little bit to the pressure, and then maybe that's his stance on AI. Hey Spike, what's up, dude? Hey sexy man, what's up, brother? Good to see you. We were just going over one of the goats of the anime industry has unfortunately succumbed a little bit to the pressure of AI. He hasn't used AI in his works, but he does not condemn it. So we just went over some sad news. But now we're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna play Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, where are you? Full screen. Here you go. Oh, we gotta ban this guy. Oops. Dude, how do we ban this? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Ban. See ya. Megami Tensei, isn't that just Persona? That is not, funny enough, Megami Tensei? Shinigami Tensei is the main game. Persona is actually a spin-off. No. Manga is this is I'll show you. Oops, reactions browser. So this is he's the creator. Inio Asano is the creator of Oyanasumi Punpun. And he's a legendary manga artist. Huge guy. But he's an article has come out about his stance on using AI in the artist and anime industry. And he endorses it, or he doesn't see a problem with it. So that's a bit of a problem. When's some friends? Ragnarok. What Ragnarok game? Nice, man. I hope your work's going okay. I hope it's not too crazy. Ragnarok: The New World. What is that?